Very good morning, my dear students. In today's video session, we'll be learning from the Supplementary, Unit-3, Spices of India. Now let's move on to the video session. Spices of India. In India, spices are the soul of food. When we think of spices, we think of tasty and healthy food. Many of the spices in our food are added to balance nutrition and to keep us healthy. They add flavor and nutrients to dishes without fat or calories. Spices like cumin seeds, mustard, pepper, cloves, fennel, cinnamon, and turmeric are very important in Indian food. When it comes to Indian food, the first thing that comes to many people's minds is probably spicy curry. People say curry comes from the Tamil word curry. In Tamil, curry means sauce. It is something that is cooked with the roasted or powdered mixture of spices, condiments, and herbs. This mixture of spices can be different in different places. It can be mild or it can be spicy and pungent. Flowers, leaves, roots, bark, seeds, and bulbs are combined in many different ways to produce a great variety of flavors: sweet, sharp, hot, sour, spicy, aromatic tart, mild, fragrant, or pungent. When cooked with rice, meat, fish, or vegetables, the spices give the dish a special savory taste. It makes us want to eat more and more. But apart from delicious food, spices also bring to mind adventure. Many of the most exciting voyages of modern history were made to conquer the spice trade and the race to become its master. The colonization of the Americas and Asia had its roots in the spice trade. In 1492, Columbus he went to the western side to find pepper but ran into America and found chili. Then, after 6 years, Vasco da Gama he went around Africa and then finally he reached Kozhikode, the home of pepper. These voyages ended the very profitable trade that the Arabs and the Romans had built up over the centuries. They set the stage for a new world. Spices were always an important part of India's trade. Spices were traded with Mesopotamia, China, Sumeria, Egypt, and Arabia, along with perfumes and textiles as far back as 7,000 years ago, much before the Greek and Roman civilizations. Indian epics and in writings dating back to the Roman Empire in the 1st century talk about the cloves. Thousands of years ago, the great masters of Ayurveda had listed the uses of spices for cooking and in medicines. When these spices are readily available today, there was a time when people risked their lives to get Indian spices. During the Middle Ages, a pound of ginger was worth the price of a sheep. A pound of maize was equal to the price of 3 sheep or half the price of a cow. Pepper was the crown jewel of all spices. What are those spices that the world wanted so badly? Yes, the world is looking for cardamom, cloves, ginger, mace, and nutmeg were some of the other spices that left Indian shores to flavor the world's kitchen. Using spices in cooking has a long history. It may go back as far as 50 to 1,000 years ago. In earlier centuries, spices were not easily available and were very expensive. Thus, spice traders became rich. Pepper and cinnamon no longer cost a fortune. However, while they seem to have lost their glory and value, they will never lose their place in a kitchen, especially an Indian one. Black pepper. It is also known as black gold. The most prized spice traded from the Kerala coast. Indians have been using black pepper for a very long time. Farmers began growing it in around 5000 years ago and exported it to North and West Asia. The trade soon spread to Greece, Rome, Europe, and China. Also became popular in the Islamic Empire. Recipes from rich Roman households show the value of the spice in ancient Rome. The Romans sent 120 ships a year from Egypt to trade with India and bring back enormous quantities of pepper. So from India they were trading pepper, they were exporting it to their country. Next comes the cinnamon. Indians have been using cinnamon for a long time. The Chinese wrote about it in 2700 BC. Cinnamon not only adds great flavor to food, it also helps to preserve it. People from other parts of the world appreciated the fragrance and taste of cinnamon. They wanted it too and were willing to pay a good price for it. The Greeks, Romans, and Egyptians bought cinnamon from India. In the Middle Ages, the Venetians grew rich by taxing the cinnamon that was brought from India to Europe and the Mediterranean. Okay, students. So today we saw fully about the spices of India and how foreigners they traded in India and how much importance they gave for Indian spices. And even in India, how we made use of those spices. Okay, students. In the next video session, we'll be learning from a different topic. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.